If you've clicked on this video, welcome. I hope you have a nice strong coffee, matcha if you're that kind of guy or gal. And I want you to open your mind for maybe 6 or 7 minutes. I want to introduce some concepts, some new ideas. I know nothing, and I say that honestly. I know absolutely nothing, but after building businesses for 10 years online on the internet, there are a few things that I'm seeing that I know to be true. And if you think about it, if you're around my age of 30, fuck, we're old. We're the first generation that have built our careers on the internet. We're trying to make money on the internet. Whether you work for a tech startup, maybe a freelance designer, you sell products on the internet, the playbook has changed because there is no playbook. There's zero job security. There is no path. The pathless path is here. Maybe that's why there's an anxious epidemic. I don't know. But I think at the core root of it is we've never worked harder to earn less. The value's being sucked out of the system. We're productive, we put in the work, loyal to some companies. But at the end of the day, you have to operate as a company of one. You have to have high agency to be able to create things and put them out into the world. But the value hasn't come your way. And why is that? That's because we still live in a very traditional monetary system. I'm no financial advisor or expert, I assure you. But the financial system that we grew up in is still the same. But the economy is moving at the speed of the internet. As we enter the AI economy, what really matters is how money shifts. And I want to introduce you to a concept that I call digital dollars because I think it just anything in crypto has an inherent degeneracy attached to it, and the connotation is strong. But I want to talk to you about digital dollars, and those are stable coins. And I believe they're going to be the new checking account that you're going to be using to earn money, to transact with internet capital that moves actually at the speed of the internet, that moves at the speed of how you work in a global system. But do we operate in a global monetary system? Sure. I mean, this isn't about bashing banks. I think banks provide liquidity. They're essential parts of every local economy, of course. But when you send money and when you make money, the current banking system is taking a massive fee, 5 to 6% on average. Cross-border payments probably more like 7 to 10%. Takes 3 to 5 days. Maybe I don't know how efficient other banking systems are in the US. I've lived in Canada. I currently live in South Africa. The challenge for me has always been building businesses and earning in a currency that's being devalued at 30% year on year. And you feel it. You rarely feel it. You earn money, you make money, but you don't feel like you have money to spend. Like everything feels like it's further and further away, but you have to work harder and harder to try catch it, to try get there. The cost of living is astronomical. Doesn't mean you're working less than your parents did. The money transfer is an archaic system. Inflation, especially in a currency like the South African rands, is incredibly high. It's devaluing year on year. You're getting poorer by working harder. And that's not your fault. It's just an inefficient system where the global monetary system has kind of pinholed us into a higher cost of living, groceries, rent, fuel. If you're having kids, it's intimidating. But this isn't a political, philosophical outlook. Capitalism is the greatest invention in human history. It's provided more and more abundance, less poverty. But we need to now transition into what I call internet capital markets. And that's allowing us to be in a truly global system where we can earn digital capital, such as stablecoins, USDC, USDT. It's an online currency that is backed and pegged to the dollar. It's 1 to 1 to the dollar. There's been over $200 billion of transaction volume on stablecoins, which is more than the Visa and MasterCard network systems. The product market fit is there, but it's still somewhat niche in terms of how it's perceived by younger people. If you work in the crypto space, trade, you'll know stablecoins as a trading utility, I guess. But I want you to open your mind to the idea of what internet money can mean from you. If you have a wallet. And I know there's friction. The user experience isn't great. It's actually awful. I mean, it's intimidating, but it can take 5 to 10 minutes if you have a Trust wallet or a MetaMask wallet to create that wallet. But view that as your new checking account, the same way you would open up a bank account. But you have more control, more freedom, more flexibility. Once you have that wallet, you can convert your currency into a USDC, a stable coin, and then you have power to send that, whether it's $10 or $100 to a friend. You can pay a contractor. If you're a contractor, you can get paid in stable coins. But what are the benefits? Why should you care? Well, it's completely out of the realm of the traditional banking system. If you view a bank as just a database, and if you view a database as basically just a Google spreadsheet, you'll understand the inefficiency that banking APIs have to talk to other banking APIs so that they can ensure that transactions take place. Stablecoins happen on blockchain networks, except the transactions are instant. If you use the Solana network, it's going to take maybe 20 to 60 seconds and cost you zero point 0.1 cents on the dollar. It's instant transactions. And once you feel that power of being able to send money to a friend, make a payment for your business, it really opens your idea to what internet capital can become. And if we can move capital at the speed of the internet, you have more control, more flexibility, more buying power. For someone like me, I convert my South African rands into USDC so that I can not only make global payments, but because it's a hedge against the deflationary nature of what the South African rand has kind of done to our generation, and that's almost instilled a deep sense of, well, why should we? Why should we build businesses? Why should we work harder? Well, because human creativity matters, innovation matters, but there's got to be a feedback loop that allows us to feel like we're earning what we deserve. And I think stablecoins are going to be a massive unlock. You can also set up a virtual card the same way you would have a virtual bank card that you could link to your Apple Pay. And once you tap for a coffee or a kombucha, and you feel like you could spend your stablecoins, you can spend that new digital currency. It's instant, it's outside of your banking app. You have full control over it. It's a magic moment, and I think it's a big unlock, and it's something that I think is needed to happen over the last 10 years. And as we kind of grow into the AI economy, I think stable coins are going to be almost the payment rails that underline that. But from a personal perspective, maybe stable coins matter more if you do live in a country, third world, I guess, like South Africa, Namibia, Peru, whatever it is. You've felt the pain of what deflationary monetary systems mean for you as a young person. It's demoralizing and demotivating. But human productivity is going to tenfold. There will be more abundance. And I urge you to try setting up a wallet and making the switch to internet money. Send your first $20 to your mom. See how it feels to understand that capital can be more efficient, the payment rails can be smoother and faster, you have more control. The way I view it is it's a new kind of checking account that we use for our business. And it's not a store of value. The number on a stable coin, USDC, USDT, there will be euro stable coins. It doesn't matter. It's not about chasing the next stable coin that gets released in the system. That's not the point, because it's not about price volatility. You're not chasing any kind of investment upside. It's and it's different to Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana in that way, where you're not trying to trade the upside, you're not trying to get the quick fix, the quick win. It's stable by nature. It should be pegged straight to the dollar. It's consistent, stable price, and therefore it can be used as a checking account. It can be used as a stable form of internet money that you can use to make payments and receive payments. And the excess capital that you have from that, you can invest in more of a store of value, something like Bitcoin, where you can try hedge against inflation. You can try increase the power of your capital over time. And Bitcoin can be that savings wallet, that savings account that's hedging against the inflation. And I think there's something inherently powerful about knowing that you have capital outside of the banking system that has a savings wallet in Bitcoin that can, over time, give more power to your capital. And then you have this checking account with USDC that you control, that you can make international payments. So that's internet money, that's internet dollars. And if this was your first intro into it, I hope it kind of leaves a lasting thought that internet capital markets is where the energy will coincide with the AI economy, and it's an inherently exciting time.